So from your supine position, if you have a block, reach for the block, slide it underneath the upper back. If you don't have a block, just stay on your back. If you're on the block, interlace the hands behind the head. On the floor, do the same. And then come into a low bridge on the floor or on the back block. And then just move side to side as you're in this low bridge on the block. Gently opening up the chest, activating the legs, and also engaging the core a little bit. Then meeting in center and breathing deeply, focusing on that nice open chest, the strong legs lifting us in bridge. Then go ahead, release the hips to the ground. If you're on the block, remove the block. And everyone hug the knees into the chest. Option to gently rock side to side. Then keeping the knees lifted, but extending the arms out to a T. Deep breath in here. Exhale the knees to the right, gluing the shoulders to the ground. So focusing on the chest, spine, and hips here. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Engaging the core to twist. And by keeping our shoulders glued to the ground, we also open up through the chest and the shoulders. As we move through this, tuning into the body, noticing which areas feel sticky or tight. And we'll tune into those areas again throughout the practice. One more each side. The meeting in center, bringing the knees over the hips. We tend to pull the knees in tighter, so try to put them just over the hips. Calves parallel to the ground. Exhale, slowly tap the right toes. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tap the left. Slow, controlled movements. The slower we move here, the more we work the core and the hip flexors. Try to keep that 90-degree angle with the legs. In other words, try to avoid simply bending the leg more so that the toes tap. So don't do this, but this. Last one. And then releasing both feet down to the ground, sliding the hands down by the hips. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up in a bridge. Exhale, release. Moving with your breath, resetting the pelvis, strengthening the legs, and opening up through the front of the body. At the top of the next one, let's hold. Option to interlace the hands behind the back, underneath the back, trying to keep the arms as close to the floor as possible. And then slowly release. Hugging the knees into the chest again. Then flipping the grip to the back of the thighs, massaging the spine by rocking front to back. Take about 5 rocks And then come all the way up to seated. From here, we're going to lean back onto our forearms. So chest is nice and open here. And then we're going to lift the legs up and we're going to tap the toes just like we did earlier. So working the core and the hip flexors again, but this time with a nice open chest. One more each leg. Then meeting in center, and we're going to move side to side, still keeping that nice open chest. One more each side. Meet in center, and then come all the way up to seated. And move into torso rolls over the legs. Moving into those hips, lower back. Reverse that circle. And then making our way to center. Moving into a seated cat and cow. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, roll on the sit bones, looking down at the legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Focusing on connecting the breath with the movement. And then we can begin to add the arms. So as we open up through the chest, arms reach back. And as we curl palms together or hug, whatever feels more natural. Last one. And releasing the hands down, coming to all fours. And then moving into a nice slow cat and cow with the breath. So inhale, hips reach back, chest reaches forward, head looks down at the ground. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll up the spine, head drops. Continuing that with the breath, linking the two together. Then the next time we're in cow, let's hold there, lengthening through the spine, engaging the core, trying to arch the back, elbows soft, inside creases facing one another, head looking down, hips reaching back, chest reaching forward. Then curl and let's hold that. So core is engaged, the bottom of the ribs are reaching to the hip bones, the upper back is arched, and really focus on that lower back. And then back to neutral. Reaching the left leg straight back, toes pointing down, and then bend the leg. Inhale, reach the foot up like you're trying to step on the ceiling. Exhale the knee to the elbow. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Again, like that, moving with your breath. Last one, holding with the leg bent, and then just tap on the ceiling. Stretching that left hip flexor, working the glute and the hamstring, still keeping that nice open chest. Then straighten the left leg, pivot, opening up through the left hip as we reach the left arm up into a kneeling half moon. Place the left foot down. Inhale the torso up, left hand to left leg, right arm overhead gate pose. Exhale, right hand down, left arm overhead, kneeling side plank. Continuing that with the breath. The slower and more controlled you go here, the more you work the obliques and core. And try to be as light as possible in the fingertips. So as that right hand comes to the ground, fingertips, and then slow release. Opening up through the side body now. Next time you're in gate pose, hold there. Bringing the right hand to the ear, getting that tricep stretch. Exhale the right hand down. Kneeling side plank, but lean back into the right scapula, opening up through the chest. On the next exhalation, slowly unwind back to all fours. Widen the knees, big toes together, press back to child's pose. 5 deep belly breaths here. Inhale forward to a kneeling plank. Bring the knees back hip distance. Feel the core engage, chest open. Exhale back, compression pose, child's pose. Inhale forward, kneeling plank. Warming up the legs and the core a little more. This next time we're in kneeling plank, let's hold here. Core on, glutes on, arms strong. And then as slow as you can, chaturanga toward the floor, releasing the upper body down. Inhale, baby cobra. Elbows in tight, head looking down. Exhale, release the forehead. Inhale, baby cobra. Working the muscles of the back. Tune into each side. Notice which side is working harder. Try to work each side of the back equally. On this next one, let's hold at the top, trying to make the spine as long as we can, chest open, elbows in tight, neck long, glutes on, legs active. Then exhale, release, pressing up And back to child's pose. Inhale back up to all fours. Reach the right leg back, toes pointing down. Bend the leg. Reach it up toward the ceiling like you're stepping on it. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale back up. Connecting your breath to the movement. Offering yourself compassion and adjusting and modifying as you need to. Maybe the knee doesn't touch the elbow, not worrying about it, offering yourself compassion. We'd never yell at someone else and be like, oh man, that elbow's not touching the knee. But with ourselves, we are like, oh man, why aren't we doing that? Then holding at the top and gently stepping on the ceiling. Tap, tap, tap. Extending the right leg straight, rotating, lifting the right arm up, kneeling half moon. Releasing the right foot down. We're going to inhale the torso up so the right hand comes to the right leg, left arm overhead gate pose. Exhale, slowly release back to kneeling side plank with the right arm overhead. Connecting your breath. If you have a block, you could also use it under the hand. Next time we're in gate pose, holding there, left arm overhead, right fingertips to the right leg. Then bring the left hand to the ear, opening up through the tricep. Extending the left arm, bringing it back down to the ground, right arm overhead. Press the right foot into the ground, really stretching through the right side body. Then right arm straight up and lean back into the left shoulder. Feel that opening through the chest. Exhale slowly back down to all fours. Then from here, we're going to bring the elbows down. If you have the block, you could place it between your fingers. And then option to stay here on all fours and lift the left leg, opening up through the hip. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can come up to dolphin, reach the left leg up and open up through the hip. Your choice. Releasing the left foot or the left knee, then inhale the right leg up and open up through the hip. Release, come to the knees, press back to child's pose and wrap the arms around the legs so the shoulders release. Deep breaths. From here, coming up to all fours, turning the toes under and shifting on up to down dog. Introducing whatever movement feels good here. Then looking between the hands, walking the feet forward to forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to standing. Exhaling the hands through heart center. Inhaling the arms up, interlacing the hands at the top, palms turn up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold, hands on the shins or the thighs. Straight back, looking down at the ground. Exhale, release. Step the right leg back, drop the knee. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale the arms up. Then from here, bring the left hand to the right glute and lean back. Opening up through the chest. Right glute is firing. Chest, shoulders, right hip flexor all open. Exhale, both hands down to the ground. Swing the left leg back to child's pose. Deep breath in, side out. Inhale forward to a kneeling plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press up to cobra now. Keep the elbows bent, shoulders relaxed, chest open. Release on down. Press up and back to child's pose. Inhale up to all fours. Swing the right leg forward. Tuck the left toes. Inhale the arms up. This time, right hand comes to the left glute and lean back. Left glute is on. Your hand's right there. You can poke it, make sure it's on. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both hands down. Lift up the left knee. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Interlace the hands at the top, palms face up. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, little bit of a back bend. Exhale, release. Inhale, half fold, nice straight back. Exhale, release. Stepping the left leg back and dropping the knee. Inhale the arms up and then bring them to cactus. From here, we're really going to turn the left glute on, twist to the right, and twist to the left without letting that left hip open. Inhale right, exhale left. Good. A few more. Then making our way to center and just tipping back, opening up through the chest, breathing deeply. Bringing the hands back down to the ground, swinging the right leg back, pressing back to child's pose. Inhale forward to a kneeling plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Extend both arms in front of you, palms facing one another. Forehead can release to the ground. Inhale the right arm, left leg up. Exhale, release everything. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Continuing with your own breath. Make sure to look down at the ground so the neck stays long. Last one. Sliding the hands back underneath the shoulders, turning the toes under, coming up to all fours, and then back to child's pose. Deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out. 2 more deep breaths like this. Then coming on up to all fours, swinging the left leg forward, tucking the right toes. Inhale the arms up, right glute on. Bring the arms to cactus. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Right glute on so we don't open up through the right hip. Then meeting in center and tip back, lifting the chest up toward the ceiling. Inhale the arms straight up, exhale them down to the ground. Lift up the right knee, step forward to forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to standing. Exhaling the hands through heart center. From here, let's step the left leg back to a warrior one stance. Turn both feet toward the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, straighten the leg, pull the arms to cactus, focusing on that open chest. Inhale back to warrior one. Exhale, open up through the chest. 3 more like this. Really bend that leg. Feel the stability and length. Notice how we're not dumping into the joints by moving fluidly. Then holding this warrior one, right leg stays bent, arms come to cactus, and tip back again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale them down, lifting the left heel so you turn into a lunge. Left hand on the ground or a block. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bring the right arm under the right thigh as you mostly straighten the right leg. Inhale back to twisting lunge. Exhale into that nerve flossing. We're getting the sciatic nerve with this move. On the next twisting lunge, let's hold there. Really leaning into the shoulder blades, opening up through the chest, pressing into that left foot. Exhale back to unwind, both hands to the ground. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes, inhale the arms up. Left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Then left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand comes to the lower back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking over the back right shoulder. Unwind to center, releasing the hands to the ground. Lift up the left knee. Place the left foot down, toes turned out to the side. We're going to pinwheel up to warrior two. So arm up, warrior two. Good. Then inhale, straighten, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Good. Then on this next one, let's hold our warrior two, gazing over the front right middle finger. Straightening the right leg, bringing the hands to the hips, stepping the left foot a little bit closer. Hips reach back, torso reaches to the right leg. Try to keep that open chest in triangle. If you want, you can slide the right hand down to the shin, but keep that left shoulder and chest nice and open. Inhale on up. Both hands back to the hips. Turn the feet parallel to one another. Side lunges. Then meeting in center, walking the hands behind the back. Nice open chest. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge, keeping that open chest, but let the head just hang. From here, release the hands to the ground. Walk them over to your left foot, turning into a lunge toward the back of the mat. Right heel down for warrior one. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, straighten, pull the arms to cactus. Inhale back to warrior one. Moving with your breath. Offering yourself compassion if you need to hold with the legs straight longer. Then meeting in warrior one, left leg stays bent, arms come to cactus, tip back on this side, lifting the chest up. Inhale the arms back up to the ceiling, exhale the hands down, turning into a lunge. Right hand down, inhale the left arm up, exhale left leg straightens as the left arm comes underneath. Inhale back to twisting lunge. Getting that left sciatic nerve. Then holding the twisting lunge, leaning back, opening up through the chest. Exhale, left hand back down to the ground. Drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale the arms up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Right hand to the outer left thigh. Left hand to the lower back. Inhale, lengthen. Activate the core. Exhale, twist, looking over the back left shoulder. Unwind to center, releasing the hands to the ground, lifting up the right knee, placing the right foot down, toes turned out to the side, heels make a straight line in preparation for warrior two. Inhale, pinwheel the arms up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten, arms come overhead, really lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Then holding warrior two. Reach with the hands. Open up through the hips. Breathe, stay lifted. Then exhale, bend, straighten the left leg, bring the hands to the hips. Step the right foot a little closer. Hips reach back, torso reaches to the left leg. Option to slide the left hand down, but keep that right shoulder open. You can look down at the left foot or up at the ceiling. Inhale on up, turn the feet parallel to one another. Interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, open. Exhale, hinge. Release the hands down to the ground. Place the left hand on the ground. Bend the right leg. Inhale, right arm up. Focus on an open chest, twisting through the spine. Head can look up or down. Exhale, unwind. Right hand down, right leg straight, left leg bent. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, unwind. And then hang out here for a couple more breaths, whatever straddle variation feels good to you right now. Then walk your hands over toward the right foot, back toward the top of the mat. Drop the left knee, swing the right leg back, child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Inhale, press up to all fours. On the next inhalation, let's reach the right arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, halfway thread it between the left knee, left hand. Inhale, back up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread. Trying to move through the core here. Feeling the chest and shoulders open with each lift of the right arm. Then the next time we thread the right arm through, go ahead and thread it all the way, lowering to the right shoulder, right side of the face. Option to keep the left hand exactly where it is, or you can reach behind the back, reaching for the right hip. Close the eyes. Get in tune with the body again. Enjoying the stretch. It's cool down time. Then gently pressing back up to all fours. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, halfway thread. Continuing with your breath. And on this next one, let's thread all the way through. Left shoulder, left side of the face. Right hand stays where it is or wraps behind. Gently pressing up to all fours. Moving into puppy pose, so walk the hands forward. Keep the hips up and relax the chest and forehead to the mat. If that's not comfortable, you could also release the forehead to the block. Slowly coming up. From here, we're going to move into our peak pose, camel. So turn the toes under, come all the way up to kneeling. Activate the glutes, turn on the core, and then reach the left hand for the left heel. You could also use the block here and reach the right arm over. Breathe. Slowly come up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So block or no block, reach the right hand for the block or the right heel. Turn the shoulders back on, glutes on, core on. Inhale the left arm up. Back to neutral. Drop the hips, just take a breather. We're going to do one more round. So exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, roller, turn to the left. Exhale, back chin to chest. Inhale to the left. One more each side. Meeting in center. Coming on up to kneeling. Turn the toes under. We're going to start with the hands on the lower back, fingers pointing down, glutes on, core on. Inhale, lift the chest up to the ceiling, keeping an imaginary apple between the chin and the chest. Breathe. Chest open, shoulders open, back of the body still long. Inhale, back up. We'll do one more round so you could keep the hands on the lower back. If you're feeling open, you could bring the left hand to the left heel, right hand to the right heel, and lift, still keeping that imaginary apple. Slowly back up. Widen the knees, big toes together, press back to child's pose, stretch out that back. Slowly press up, shift the hips, and come all the way to the back. From here, let's lift the left leg straight up, interlacing the hands behind the thigh, pressing the leg into the hands. Consciously slowing down the breath. The more active you make the leg here, the deeper stretch you'll feel. Then releasing your grip, bringing the left ankle to the right thigh. Arms out to a T, lifting the legs up, actively pulling the legs apart, both feet flexed. Then option to thread the hands through to the back of the right thigh. And then ankle rolls with the right ankle. Reverse that ankle roll. Then keeping the legs like this, release the right foot to the ground. Slide the left leg over so the knees are mostly on top of one another, like eagle legs or cow face pose or sitting lady-like. Then we're going to exhale the legs to the left so we feel the stretch on the right part of the hip and the right side body. Shoulders glued. Look over at the right hand. Inhale, center. Pause in neutral. Deep breath in. Exhale the legs over to the right now, looking over at the left hand. Totally different stretch. Inhale, center. Release the left foot to the ground. Right leg straight up, leg active, foot flexed. Interlace the hand behind the right thigh. Press the thigh into the hands. Bend the right leg. Bring the right ankle to the left thigh. Lift the legs up, arms out to a T. Flex both feet and actively pull the legs apart. Release the left foot to the ground. Slide the right leg over so right knee's on top of left. Deep breath in. Exhale the legs over to the right, stretching the left hip, left side body. Look over at the left hand. Inhale, center. Pause. Deep breath in. Exhale the legs over to the left. Turn the head to the right. Inhale, center. Release the right foot to the ground, hands down by the hips. Inhale, lift the hips up into bridge, interlace the hands again, and notice how this feels versus the start of class. Hopefully it feels a little more natural, a little more open. And slowly release. Hugging the knees into the chest once again. Then from here, let's, as best you can, hook both shins in the right hand, left arm out to the side. Guide the legs over to the right till they release to the ground. You can keep the right elbow underneath the legs or slide out, whatever feels best. Inhale, center. Hook the legs with the left arm as best you can. Right arm out to the side. Slowly guide the knees over to the left. Slide the elbow out if you'd like. And look over at the right hand. Inhale, center. Release both feet to the ground. Make a W with your hands. Slide it to the top of the sacrum. Straighten the legs. Roll, come up to the elbows. Walk the elbows together as best you can so the chest feels nice and open. And this feels awesome as it's by itself, so you could stay here, or you could slide back till the head very lightly touches the ground. Breathe. Fish pose. Then lift the head up, slide the elbows out, come back to the back. Release the hands, palms up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. We're going to do 1 minute of deep breathing. If you'd like to make this meditative, count the inhalation 1, exhalation 2 till you get to 10, then start over again at 1. Whenever the thoughts interrupt, no judgment, offering yourself compassion, and just returning to counting the breath. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, rolling to one side, one deep mindful breath here. Then pressing on up to seated. Bringing the hands to heart center. Noticing how the body feels now versus the start of class. Hopefully taller, more open, less pain if you were experiencing pain. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.